What's going on, everybody? It's Rob Wilson. I'm a digital artist, comic book illustrator, um, lifelong dream. It's all I ever wanted to do. And I'm here on Tuesday. It's the 14th of May. And this is the last transmission that is going to be going down today in the Midwest. Let me put it that way. So for now, I'm so excited. I'm about to get the heck out of wherever the heck I'm at, so to speak. And I'm really thankful for it. It's been a long journey. Been up here since, or down here, or mid somewhere around since, damn, January. It's been a hot minute. So it's time for me to get back to the actual area that I'm from and have a little more time on my hands to do what I like to do, which is art. Obviously, I got to have a day job. That is what it is. It's how the hardworking man makes it through today. So, yeah, we got a couple things to talk about. Covering My Hero Academia episode number 2 that just came out. Kaiju number 8, the latest episode on that. I believe it's episode 4 now. And of course, X-Men 97. I think it's Tolerance Equals Extinction Part 2. That is going down all today while I am doing some drawing. I got a chance to start early because I got an earlier day tomorrow than usual. So I'm in here trying to get it in, get the grind going, let y'all see what I'm working on while I'm talking about some of these things, and making my way to get the hell out of here, So if you are looking to find where I'm at, you can find me anywhere in my link tree. You go on Twitch, you go on Kick, and which we are streaming live from Rumble and YouTube as well. So all 4 platforms are back today, baby. Let's see. My link tree, RW Arts. That's it. RWARTS. That's it. After the link tree, it's a /. Let's see what else. Yeah. So let me go ahead and show you guys my latest commission that I managed to finish. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on something. I don't know. Something to play in the background, and hopefully it's not whack. And I'll let the Music AI Plus do its job. I use Restream. That's my main one. I left StreamYard a hot minute ago. Probably quicker than I should have. It is what it is. Gotta do what you gotta do. Let me see. Whatever. Well, whatever that is. But we're gonna make that happen. So yeah, I got a new commission done in a short amount of time, and I'm very proud of it. Thankful that it did happen as fast as it could, and you guys are privy to see it in its full construction. And I'm gonna go ahead and share that with you now and get this thing started. And just go ahead and get it playing. You get to see all of it in motion in its glory. Hold on, let me see if I can crop some of this out. Nope, can't do it. Go figures. Operating with my Dropbox right now. It's just being a pain in the butt. Oh well, is what it is. So yeah, let's get that done. All right. So yeah, while this is going on, I'm going to talk a little bit about what the good word is. X-Men 97. The previous episode, Magneto got away, and as we know, he hit that final death sentence using the Earth's magnetic poles to drop all the Sentinels all across the world. These future Terminators, these zombie-like Sentinels. Because they were on the warpath, no doubt about it. And I was like, damn. And, Magneto in true Magneto fashion, just the way I like him. He's one of my favorite villains. He just says enough. Just there's no more time for arguments, no more time for combos, long combos and all that, trying to fight Sentinels one on one. Let's just let the conflict end, so to speak, that kind of thing. I love that. So in this episode, Magneto, he brings out the heavy guns. He brings out good old Asteroid M. Professor X is back in the mix. He's trying to mend the deception that he has caused with his fleeing to the Shi'ar Empire to become the new emperor. That's what he wanted to do for Lilandra, his space love, his Barbarella, which I think has nowhere near as many bodies as Lilandra has nowhere near as many bodies as um, Barbarella, but he got his Queen of the Galaxy, so to speak. So with that, and he dealt with some issues beefing with Songbird and some of the Empire that revolted in previous episodes. And Cyclops is pissed. Most of the X-Men are pissed. How do you come back from that? How do you come back from being a married man to trying to be a father figure again? Burn them bridges, Xavier. Maybe Juggernaut was right. So long, Chuck. Storm got her powers back. Her and Forge are a thing. It is what it is. Who else? Did Spider-Man make a cameo in this episode, or was it in the previous episode? I think it was the previous episode. So the main thing I remember, I probably got to watch it again. I remember freaking Xavier trying to reason with Magnus as he came down from on high because the planet's shifts. The planet's magnetic field is dying, so therefore the planet is dying, and he's offering for his fellow mutants to join him on Asteroid M and live out a good life out there. Kind of like Genosha Part 2 or Asteroid M Part 2. Then Rogue leaves. She leaves with him. The Sunspot guy, or whatever the hell his name is, Spanish guy, the Spanish mutant, he leaves as well. And they get into a little bit of conflict. Mind you, this stuff keeps building up, building up, building up. And then we get to the nitty gritty, which everyone just pretty much spoiled it before I could even see it. And I'm not one to really to bitch complain about it. I'll watch regardless. That's how I am. Where Magneto begins to pull the adamantium out of Wolverine, which they didn't show the full thing. I think it would have been pushing it past Disney's limits to be able to do that. And because of that, that ended up being the last scene, of that episode. So, yeah, it's funny that Magneto's throne on Asteroid M was atop of a Sentinel. That doesn't seem too safe. I wouldn't recommend that, especially after all the damage they do. But I think there are a couple of things that happen in there, but I was like, whatever, they're getting down, doing their usual rumbles. Where the X-Men's fighting more Sentinels, friends of humanity, or each other, other mutants. There's a lot going on, but I think what's starting to happen with this series is that they're like, I could be wrong, but it's starting to look like they're running out of key players. Now, maybe since they're already working on season 2, from what I've heard, that they'll go ahead. They're doing that in order to plan the X-Men versus the Avengers, which of course that goes back into the Phoenix Force. Sure, I'll take it. I mean, Cyclops has been rather vicious in this series. Haven't seen Omega Red yet, and I haven't seen Colossus yet. So I want to know if they're going to do that. Those characters have to be there. They should at least. There's no acting contractual agreement that's stopping them from doing so. It's not like the live action movies. where so and so owns the property to this character. No, it's all the X-Men, and Disney's got them all. Unfortunately, Marvel's trying to make the good use out of them, and we got what we got. Almost like Apple Jacks, but it's not actually what we like. Um, so yeah, that's what we got coming up out of that, and we'll see what happens. We continue to monitor the updates with X-Men '97, but although there are some things that I didn't like about it, there are some great things I did, and I think it balances out for now. We'll see what they do next season if they change their tune. Um, Hopefully, it won't be too big of a yearly gap. What I mean by that is if that was the end, or maybe we got one more episode, if that final episode of season one does not ends, and then the next season, season two, episode one, takes place years later. I hope that gap doesn't happen. I don't really like those. I like continuing. What happened since last time? Did it pick right up where it left off? Was it maybe a week worth of space, a month worth of space? I could do that, but it started being like a year, 5 years, 20 years later. No, I don't like that at all. So yeah, next we got My Hero Academia, um, season 7, episode 2, where Shigaraki makes his way to America to try to steal New Order, um, which is the quirk of the American version of All Might, but she's female, and he figures if he can get her power, that would turn the tide. Well, it's really All for One's, plan using Shigaraki's body. And Shigaraki's so freaking bloated with daggone quirks. Um, New Order, or Stars and Stripe, that's her name. She freaking sets up a plan, a really good plan, using Gust of Wind and all this combination of multi uses. I think only 2 orders can be put out at once. One to enforce the stamina of her body. Things become challenging along with her team of B2 stealth bombers. you know, um, where she makes the ploy and she said, "Hey, look, I can't beat him straight up because he used a technique after they fired missiles at him and all that stuff, to where he burrowed into the ground using decay, and the missiles didn't kill him, but he still survived. Came out looking like he survived Hiroshima." But Shigaraki comes out and he finally gets a hold of her, and she makes an order as her body starts to decay to destroy all of his quirks internally. Genius play. I didn't like the character at first. I thought she was the most gimmicky of gimmicky, a spinoff of All Might, but a female. And way too buff. She was looking like a female Scott Steiner without saying, "It's over, Jack." But excuse me, that happened, and she started ripping apart his quirks from internally, literally. Um, all for one, and Shigaraki internally was at the mercy of her because she was like even more dangerous inside than outside because of the rule. The rule pretty much dominates the majority of things. You literally have to overwhelm that quirk of New Order in order to have any kind of tactical advantage over Star and Strike. I thought that was a great way for her to, go out like a G. Again, I don't like, off the break hand giving superheroes and all that. But she did very well. I think, did I finish? Is this over? Yeah, it's over. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Hope y'all got to enjoy that of what I was working on, the full bird with the bird. And we're going to go ahead and get over to the drawing side of things, making the actions happen. But I'm no captain. So In fact, hold on. If you would give me one moment, let me take a quick break, and I'm gonna continue on My Hero Academia, and then show you the other stuff that I'm working on. The fan art piece for Unconditional Shove. I'm taking a much more detailed approach. So I'll go ahead and show it to you once I get back. If you guys will give me just a moment. I don't know how the music sounds, but hopefully it's all right. I might switch to something else. I finally get to use this. Be right back. All right, we are back. We got some new formats going on here, and I'm messing around with it a little bit. Let's see what else we got. I was just there. That's that one. Nothing new there. And just this one. So I can go into hiding if I need to. I'm kidding. This one I don't really like. It's the wrong one. Let's see. Okay, so that's for video playback. That's the demonstration one. Okay. All right, let's stick with that. So yeah, that turned out to be a interesting conclusion of how things went down when it comes to when it came to Shigaraki versus Stars and Strike. Not bad, not bad. She held her own, tried her best, gave her best efforts, and at the same time, stripped him of so much in that process. It was way more than what he had bargained for, or I'm sure even thought of. Um, a lot of times with these fights, when it comes to those characters, they have to adjust the strategy of what they normally would do once their opponent is learning of their quirk as well. Obviously, somebody with only one quirk, they have to really be as creative as possible. Kind of like Green Lantern, I guess one could say that, but they use the quirk so much cooler in My Hero Academia. So, what can I say? I wish Green Lantern was that epic. So opponent decay, like they got down to Star and Stripe inside, Shigaraki, the quirk or whatever, after she was absorbed, the powers were absorbed. Um, She stripped down all of his powers down to only a few left. Um, and from there, it's just basically All for One and him fused together. And she decays apart, and she gives her speech about, a hero, that kind of thing. Um, as long as they're alive, doing what it takes to survive. And they show some quick clip where basically, like a version of Deku awakens within Shigaraki. I don't know what that's about. Maybe he did get a little piece of uh, Deku when they fought last season. Unless there's a movie I don't know about. Now, if anyone knows that there's a movie um, about that scene and that going on, let me know so I can check it out. Because one thing about My Hero Academia, they have these movies that take place in between episodes, and honestly, I don't want to miss out on those. Whoops, sorry. I don't want to miss out on those either. So, yeah, just let me know if you do watch the show. If you don't, I get it. Because, I mean, I just got to go where the excitement is. You know, for years, the excitement was going to DC animated films. We know this to be a fact for us DC fans, from Batman, Superman, Public Enemy, all the way to what do they have now? Infinite Crisis. I mean, I still have yet to see that because I've already seen Crisis on Two Earths. That was enough for me. It's just like, hey, if you're going to do multiverse, James Wood as Owlman, that's about as epic as you could possibly get from me. I mean, that's how I feel. Just my own personal opinion. But since then, I mean, there really hasn't been too much else. Marvel's What If is janky. It's not as wonderful as pick any anime, for example. So, in that being the case, move over to was it Kaiju number 8, which has been on a roll. Main character, he old man. He managed to save the cocky, arrogant girl who got lit up by the mushroom Kaiju, who apparently can resurrect other Kajus, giant Kajus. And it's interesting too because this Kaju is basically it's a real Kaju that's pretending to be a human, as opposed to the old man who is a human that's hiding his Kaju cover. So he's still more human than Kaju. This episode that happened, episode 4, it's more of a classroom episode. Like they even have those in My Hero Academia where like the characters are going through stuff, and it's just like comedy and antics, not really fighting involved. I mean, he done busted some Kaju up pretty bad, as the character he is. But there was something I noticed in the last episode, episode 3, when he did save the girl. He made the statement after he busted the like Minotaur Kaju, whatever you want to call him. He busted him up. And then he said, I dare you to get up from that. And the organs were getting up. It was so odd. What? He was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's happening. He said, please stay down, please stay down. And they went down. So I think it's just my theory, because I don't read the mangas. Sorry, we already talked about that last stream. Why I don't read the mangas. I can't do it all. I can't be an artist. Have a day job, and then read the mangas, read indie comics, and then watch indie films, and then watch indie animation films, and then read, whatever else there is, fan magazines and all that stuff. It's just too much. It's great entertainment, but me, a grown adult, as much as I love this stuff, I only got 24 hours in the day. Okay. That's how it normally is. Obviously, the chance I get to enjoy this stuff is even less. So I got to narrow it down. Some stuff I might come around to later on. I heard there's supposed to be news of solo leveling, which was my that choice. Oof, solo leveling. Man, you have no idea how freaking good it is if you haven't seen it. If you've seen it, you know what's up. But getting back to what I was saying, I pretty much theorized that he can control kajus similar to how the mushroom kaju that's pretending to be human can, and that's going to be a hell of a showdown. Because I mean, so far he's been undefeated. You know, kaju to kaju. Of course, he takes some L's as human and all that, but that's the case right now. Um, he's getting his One Punch Man on, which I think is funny, but still he's got to keep his cover. And him and the chick came to an agreement once he revealed his form to her that all right, she keep his secret safe, assuming that he doesn't turn and starts killing humans, which is a fair enough trade between classmates and alleged rivals. You know, um, yeah. But after that, most of that is like some bathhouse stuff. I have those throwaway episodes. So it was mainly like school and student stuff going on with that episode. Not really much, not really a build up for much. So hope. Oh yeah. So at the end, there was a new kaiju sighting. So um, obviously they're going to do things in between the sightings of kaiju before they go and fight them and kill them. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully, he doesn't blow his cover. We'll see what the old man does. And I'm rooting for him because I'm getting to be an old man myself. So, still trying to stay in shape and do all that stuff and meet the requirements of daily chores, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's all I managed to see that I can think of anime wise, American animation wise. Yes, I've managed to see all of that. Um, Once I do relocate to my next base of operations, I will be sharing with some of you guys independent film, animation film that I thought was pretty interesting. And after 10 years, it actually got a sequel. But we'll go ahead and check that out at another time because I do want to get into animation as well. I have the means to do it, just need the time. So, shout out to Odin Dasco, shout out to J Bot Art, James Broken Compass Comics. I've known these guys for a couple of years now, and I see they're still doing their thing. They're flourishing, avoiding the drama, and continuing their journey. And that's why we have these things in common as far as trying to produce some work and get our names out there. And yeah, that is what it is. So yeah. Also had the time to review over some of the howtodrawcomics.net courses that I have gotten before uh, from Clayton Barton. He's doing this thing. I think he's starting a whole new active class, which I think is pretty cool. And yeah, it never hurts to go back over the fundamentals to keep your skills sharp. That's how I look at it. And it's worked pretty good so far. I want to make sure these lines are going in the same direction so I have some kind of direction that's indicating. That's not coming out too bad. Just kind of shaping it out. Did get to put some of these blacks in during lunch. I was like, let me mess with this a little bit more. And lo and behold, not on schedule, but we're off to a good start. A lot of this stuff, I want to make sure that I maximize what I can put into it. Kind of like with the full bird that I showed you guys earlier. That came out, I thought, pretty well. I put the concept design, in hand of the client within a week, and I got the finished work done within another week. So that was a pretty good turnaround. He knew what he wanted. Um, Straightforward concept. And I was proud of how it turned out. I did get some feedback from somebody else about how he thought about it. They said, "Oh, you could adjust this, and that." And I said, "You know what? After I adjusted it, looked even better. As I showed there." So sometimes getting feedback from um, people can help and boost the effects that you want to provide. Like the beholder may know how it works. No, I'm sorry. The beholder may know that something else may work, but you're the one as the creator, the illustrator or whatnot, that knows how to make it work. So it may take a few words to snap you into that direction. And next thing you know, it's on. So I did glance at a news article that stated where Jack Reacher, Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher failed. Jason Statham's next project um, may do a whole lot better. It has something to do with what was it called? It was a series by Chuck Dixon that it was written and dealt with this guy who's a killer. So Jason Statham is in the works, and Sylvester Stallone and David Ayer are doing the screenplay, writing the script. Um, David Ayer already got success once he left that Terminator series, Dark Fate, and he went on to freaking The Beekeeper, which most people like it. Some people didn't, but I thought it was pretty good. I must protect the hive. He was on a roll. So David Ayer is back in it again to win it, and it's really starting to show that although people didn't like his Suicide Squad, that might have been just a fluke issue, or as people are starting to say, release the air cut, you know, or they were saying. I don't know if that's a trending thing yet. I don't know, but apparently there are a bunch of books on this thing. What was his name? Hold on. Let's check something out right quick. Let's see, Jason Statham. Chuck Dixon movie. Let's see. Yes. All right. So, as we got, Jason Statham is set to star in the action thriller movie Levin's Trade, based on the book series by Chuck Dixon. The film is directed by David Ayer and also stars Sylvester Stallone. The story follows Levon Cade, a former Black Ops agent who leaves his career behind to care for his daughter, but is drawn back into the world of Black Ops when his new boss's daughter, goes missing. So that's almost like some kind of what do they call it? What was the name? Final fight. Hagar's daughter goes missing. Cody answers the call. Cody's just got a little more hair. I wish them best success on that. Jason Statham has survived quite a bit, and he's taken some roles that I didn't like, but he's still kicking butt, man. He's come a long way from the Transporter, the Snatch. He's done a number of different roles and stuff. So um, him on this these kind of like tactical espionage or super spy or super killer movies that he's hopping on based on graphic novels. I think that's a good direction for him. And like I said, there's a bunch of them that Chuck Dixon had wrote. So could be some sequels in the works for him. I don't know if he still wants to do franchise type of things or just wants to do one offs, kind of like how Gerald Butler was. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, when I read that, I thought that brought me good news, something to, some movie to look forward to in this grim Hollywood era that we live in, with hollow creatures wearing masks, the worst kinds of masks. But yeah, I thought that was good news. I would like to share with y'all. And hopefully, look out for that too. It's called um, Levon's Trade. Levon apostrophe S Trade. So that'll be interesting to check out. Um, Again, I wanted to make this short, at least just do 1 hour and put some time in and work on this piece, let you guys actually see this. And then I'm going to dash off because I got to get up extra early in the morning, early than usual. And, since it's the last couple of days left in the place that I'm at, I want to make sure I have a smooth finish. Flirch. Hi, how are you? How are you, sir? From YouTube? Awesome. Let's see. Welcome. Trying to find. Okay. They got all these new features on daggone Twitch. I get it, but good lord. Let's see. Yeah, so try to stretch this out for about 15 more minutes. And, I gotta do some more packing. So exciting. And be on my way once again to another great adventure. And I'm taking y'all with me. Now, with some of the things I did mention with the X-Men, X-Men 97, apparently some articles are saying it's the least viewed show that's being watched right now. The easy statement or argument is to say that, people don't want to invest into Disney Plus just to see it. They've been burned so many times. Those are valid arguments. I have shared, X-Men 97 with Odin, and that's his choice if he wants to check it out, I think the risk for that watching that show is a little less than how people have been hurt in the past with some of the Marvel/Disney stuff. Like I still haven't even seen the Marvels. I think the last Marvel movie I've seen was what was it? Ant-Man and Quantumania. You know, with you know, Van Dyne's estranged guy that she was stranded with, being a killer conqueror. Yeah, that's the last time I watched a Marvel movie. Well, X Men, too bad. I heard now they may do a Spider Man. Try to bring that back. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see where it goes. If it's good, I'll check it out. I'll give it a shot. You got one episode to share, to get my attention. And the first episode doesn't grab me, or at least takes it easy to a degree on certain concepts. I'll work with the next episode. But if you're trying to smack me down with nonsense, I'm out. I'm wrecking everybody, and then I'm out. That's my remix phrase of Roman Reigns. I have no idea what's going on in WWE. I heard it's certain things have been getting rather rough, and that's unfortunate. After the merger, I do know about the Vince McMahon thing, but yeah, I'm not gonna put that on my channel. Good Lord, that's too much for me to get into. And besides, this is strictly art. So that's why I'm bringing to you guys, the people, art. Talk about some of the anime and animations and storylines that I have read and checked out. I'm sharing with you that way. And you tell me what you think. That's the direction I go with this. I do have a bunch of indie books that I can't wait to get back and read. Yeah, I actually got to do some traveling for that. I also got an email about what is it? There's a Comic Con coming up in August in Charleston, South Carolina. I may or may not attend that, but I'm gonna try. The good Lord wills it. We'll try to be there. If not, I'll try to make it one day. One day. One day. I saw someone actually they took the Spider-Man base game and turned it into a Flash game. It looked pretty dang good. I ain't gonna lie. That's some hella talent, and that shows that it's not too hard to translate certain powers over like that. Look at those mods in GTA. They were making Magneto and crap. Magneto was like spiraling trains, crazy stuff, You would have thought he was from Crypticon. I'm kidding. Let's see. All right. I'm not missing anyone. Yeah, that's the kind of effect I want to add to this. And I do have this background I want to add once I put all the detail in with these creatures. I'm going to give them a lot more shading and a lot more detail, because that way it matches the everything's kind of consistent in a way. That's how I'm trying to work this one. So I definitely put a lot of detail into it, as I want my style to work like this. I've been working on style for a hot minute. I've observed a lot of stuff. I even seen videos where some people say you don't have to know anatomy. You just have to have a good concept of it in when you observe. So the idea is almost like burning these images of how you want stuff to look into your mind's eye, and then from there being able to duplicate it on command. Summon your talent on will and be able to deliver on the deadline. You know, Al Pacino, Devil's Advocate, still one of my favorite movies. It is what it is. You know. So again, shout out to everybody: YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Kick. We're rocking it on all of those today on the final episode from the Midwest to which this is airing. Now, like I said, I think in Rumble, I just installed all of my social media links on my channel too, so you can find me that way. I'm not hard to find on social media. Now, as far as responding, it may take me a hot minute to respond, but rest assured, oh, it's on the way. Let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, it's just about time to wrap this session up. I do want to thank everyone that did stop by. If I didn't have to get up early in the morning, I would have invited everybody I could. But I know if I did, I would have been in here for a lot longer than I had time for. And plus, this broadcast is a little bit earlier than I originally set it in motion for. So this kind of came spur of the moment. But don't worry, Strictly Art will be back. Once I get my schedule set, when I get home and get settled, oh yeah, we're so back. And hopefully I might have time to test some of these new toys that are that will be available for restream and see what we can do with that. Each of these tentacle monsters, I want to make sure that I give them unique, unique patterns. So that way, no one of them look exactly alike. So my goal is to get this done, get a metal print done for Sir Odin, and he can use it for his current campaign. Unconditional Shoves 2, I believe, which is on Kickstarter or soon to be. Oh, there you go. Cadence. If you know, you know. Let me hear this. Oh, okay. That beat's legit. Had to make sure it wasn't terrible. Tentacle almost has like the Feed Me Seymour type of lips. Teeth everywhere. You know, when I think about it, when I was drawing back in the day, I don't know what I was thinking. You know, it's like I was almost like going against the grain. Even when I was drawing traditional art, I mean, I was emulating some of the characters, how they look and stuff, but I lacked basic structural on anatomy. I did not go to college for that. I went to college for color theory, which, you know, it helped out a little bit. A little bit. But once I got into the whole anime type of thing, that was me trying to go against the grain, and my style was more, I don't know. I wanted to look anime-ish like, but I didn't want it to look exactly like anime. It's weird. But once I just found the artist, you know, that rekindled the 80s and 90s style that I like, things have been going fairly well. And I keep discovering more and more of these great artists on Pinterest. And we'll work on that some more. Those are some more of the minor details. This guy right here, he's going to have the lumps and bumps. So that'll be easy shading. We'll knock that out. easy inking and shading. This one, I still got to figure out how I want to do it. This one will have the rubber bands, so to speak, wrapped around. This one's pretty much done. I just got to ink this one and work on some chords from her background on here, in the seat to which she sat on the campaign from the first unconditional shove. I got some gadgets and tools, some special potions back there, some routers, some cords to which they connect to her um, pieces, her plates, or whatnot. So I want to make sure I got a pretty detailed story here. I might vignette the whole surrounding part with ink and then fade it into speed lines. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm working on. I'm gonna chop this one out too. That's my goal, ladies and gents. Thanks for anybody who stopped by. I wish I could have made this longer, but I at least want to put something on the books. Hopefully next time I'll have more time. I'll be settled at home. So yeah, y'all take care and have a great rest of your week as we tiptoe towards June. I'm enjoying May for what it is right now. But yeah. Yeah, well, pretty much. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any questions, message me, DM me, send me email. You have access to it. You can find me everywhere. I mean, you know, within communication, reasonable communication wise. All right. So yeah, that's out and about. Is my link tree. And until next time, ladies and gents, when I do the next show, I will go ahead. We'll be covering the next episodes of My Hero Academia, X-Men 97, unless they take a break or something, and Kaiju Debris. So it should be like episode number 5. Assuming there's no gap in between my next stream. So that's the last time I'll say goodbye. Y'all take care. Have a good one. And remember to keep it on me. Peace out.